Welcome to 0 to 100 Crore podcast series. My name is Akhill M. I'll be your host. I'm a business coach. I help businesses to implement systems, put them on autopilot mode so that the business owner can achieve time freedom and financial freedom. In this podcast series, you'll see proven strategies, you will see success stories so that a business owner can take his business from manual mode to autopilot mode. Because when you build systems, you build freedom and you build true success. There are moments in business where numbers don't tell the true story. My guest today is the heir of family-run business in Raipur, and he has chosen to be a stand-up comedian and run away from his business. But he took his business towards 51 crores and now is on his way towards a 100 crore business empire. I'm proud to introduce my first guest, Divijit Singh, who's a young entrepreneur. He's a manufacturer and represents family-run businesses. He's taken his business from 36 crore to 51 crore and has a vision to take his company to 100 crore. I'm proud to be his coach and take his business to the next level. Divijit, let's start with you. Tell us something more about yourself.
Hi Akhil, I'm Divijit Singh, as you have already told. I'm the director of Accurate Weldak Private Limited. We are a firm that manufactures welding electrodes, and we have been in the business since the past 35 years. मेरे पापा ने बिजनेस शुरू किया था, दिल्ली में शुरू किया था, और उसके बाद हम अभी रायपुर शिफ्ट हुए हैं. और 35 साल से मेरे पापा ने स्टार्टिंग से लेके अभी तक he made this business into what it is right now. I'm the second generation. I'm trying to take over from him as we are going into it. We are manufacturers of the highest quality welding electrodes, and we provide to Indian Railways as well as all over India, and we also have started exporting. So that's what we take pride in. We take pride in making the best electrodes that there are.
Great. And एक business leader बनने से पहले आपके कुछ सपने थे to be a stand-up comedian. आपका एक passion था.
Yes.
और उसके बारे में कुछ बताइए, क्योंकि एक फैमिली रन बिजनेस फादर ने सेटअप किया था. उनके कुछ अरमान थे कि आप आके ज्वाइन करोगे, पर आपको अपना पैशन भी जीना था. तो कैसे आपने अपना पैशन आपने उसको आगे लेके गए?
स्टैंड अप कॉमेडी में जाने का मेरा जो आइडिया था वो इसलिए शुरू हुआ था बिकॉज ये जो सोसाइटी है ये ऐसी ही होती है. मतलब ये पीपल आर लाइक कि अगर तेरे पापा का बिजनेस है तो तू बिजनेस संभाले भाई, है ना, तेरा तो जिंदगी सॉर्टेड है ना. पीपल जनरली हैव दैट परसेप्शन कि मतलब बहुत आसान होने वाला है, और तो मतलब यू हैव दिस खुशी लाइफ. एंड सो सोसाइटी की बातों में आके द प्रॉब्लम वाज आई थॉट कि सोसाइटी जो बोल रही है वो सही बोल रही है ना. आई हैड टू प्रूव माई सेल्फ. आई थॉट ऑफ प्रूविंग माई सेल्फ थ्रू गोइंग थ्रू वॉट आई थॉट कि जो बढ़िया होगा मेरे लिए, है ना. मेरा सबसे बड़ा डर जो लाइफ में था वो था स्टेज का. आई यूज्ड टू बी वेरी स्केयर्ड ऑफ स्टेज, और मैं जब स्टेज पे चढ़ता था मुझे बहुत डर लगता था उस टाइम पे. बट स्टिल मैंने उस चीज़ को ओवरकम करने के लिए आई स्टार्टेड डूइंग स्टैंड अप कि मतलब मैं स्टेज पे चढ़ूंगा, सो आई विल प्रूव टू द वर्ल्ड दैट आई एम समवन थ्रू माई स्टैंड अप, थ्रू माई आर्ट, है ना. बट समवेयर द फैमिली बिजनेस वॉज टुक अ बैक सीट उस टाइम पे, समवेयर ड्यूरिंग द स्टैंड अप कॉमेडी. और उसकी वजह से मुझे बहुत बुरा लगता था क्योंकि मतलब पापा जो थे वो भी ही हैड वर्क सो हार्ड. इट वॉज हिज हार्ड अर्न मनी and it was hard on business. He had made the business what it was, and while I was doing stand up I was sort of in the back of my head I used to think कि यार पापा कैसा सोच रहे होंगे इस टाइम पे, मतलब इन्होंने इतनी मेहनत से बनाया सब कुछ, है ना. मतलब बचपन से मैंने सिर्फ फैक्ट्रीज ही देखी है. मतलब जब मैं जो हमारा बिजनेस है वो 93 का है और मैं 95 का हूँ. तो मतलब मैं पैदा ही मतलब एक फैक्ट्रीज देखते हुआ हूँ. मेरे को पता है कि मैकेनिज्म काम कैसे करता है, और वो चीज़ मैं मिस करने लग पड़ा एकदम बहुत ज़ोर से. And somewhere I thought कि my father should also have someone who will support him in his dreams, and his dreams should be a reality. And so that was a fight that I was fighting, you know, for a very long time. I was दो नाव में सवार जिसको बोलते हैं, वो वाला हुआ था, और मतलब बहुत confusing था उस टाइम पे. वो पूरा फेस चल रहा था.
ग्रेट. और मैं भी आपके जैसे फैमिली रन बिजनेस से हूँ. आई एम इन द 4th जनरेशन. और एक प्रेशर रहता है, लोग ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के अंदर एक प्रेशर ऑलरेडी खड़ा कर देते हैं कि यार ये बाप के फैक्ट्री में आया और इसके पास एक सिल्वर स्पून है. वो प्रेशर को आपने कैसे हैंडल किया?
वो एक्चुअली वो सिल्वर स्पून नहीं सिल्वर नाइफ होता है. मतलब it is there. मतलब you see that I am a little privileged, that is there. I understand कि I am privileged, but with that much power comes a lot of responsibilities, comes a whole generation of people who are dependent on you because they are dependent on that factory. So that silver knife, I think, उसको responsibly समझना, उसको आगे लेके जाना, that calling I got a little late in life, but I am very thankful कि वो आया. And for the longest time I used to think that there were uncertainties. मैं सोचता था कि यार ये मैं कर पाऊँगा कि नहीं कर पाऊँगा, ये मतलब मेरे बस का है कि नहीं है. But then as I started doing it, as you came into the picture, as things started getting बहुत ज़्यादा, धीरे धीरे मैं समझा कि बिजनेस होता क्या है, करते कैसे हैं, और आगे कैसे सिस्टम्स डेवलप करके हमको उसको आगे लेके जाना है. तो दैट केम ऑटोमेटिकली, धीरे धीरे, विद डिसिप्लिन, विद एवरीथिंग. आई थिंक सारी चीज़ें जो लास्ट में बन की आई, नाउ आई कैन से आई एम वेरी कॉन्फिडेंट कि आई कैन टेक माई कंपनी वेयर इट हैज़ टू बी, वेयर इट वॉन्ट्स टू बी, एंड आई वॉन्ट ऑल माई टीम टू बी just on that boat with me. Just believe in me and let's do this.
So एक तरफ एक सिल्वर स्पून और आप जैसे बोल रहे हो एक सिल्वर नाइफ का प्रेशर रहता है, और एक तरफ प्रूव करने के लिए एक पैशन मिल जाता है. तो आपने प्रूव करने के लिए कुछ और स्टैंड अप कॉमेडियन का जो तो were you running away from the business because your father had expectations out of you, but आप उनके लिए कभी थे नहीं.
हाँ.
And you were running towards stand-up comedian. Your father was looking out for you. You were never there for him. You were running away from the business. How was your father feeling at that point of time?
So Akhil, we are a generation who is very influenced by Imtiaz Ali movies. You know? Movies like Rockstar, movies like Tamasha, where people just leave their 9 to 5s and they're like a passion ढूंढो. So that's what people have been teaching us since my childhood. मैंने वही देखा है कि मतलब यार 9 to 5 में थोड़ी कुछ होता है, सब चीज़ें पैशन के थ्रू होनी चाहिए, मतलब पैशन होना चाहिए. But then I understood कि what amount of pressure my family had, what amount of pressure the society had on me. और उस टाइम पे मतलब I was running away from leading them. I was present at the factory, mind you. I was at the factory. I was going there every day. My presence was felt. But I somewhere felt कि I can do so much better than this. Somewhere deep down I was like कि I'm not giving my 100%. I was giving a little bit, obligatory. मतलब कि जितना है उतना दे दिया. But then I did not have that fire. And somehow my father felt that as well. He saw that. मतलब he could tell someone the way he is. That's my father's खासियत. वो एक बार देखते हैं, वो बोलते थे कि ये बंदा कैसा होगा. And he saw me and he understood that I was not giving my 100%. Back then he knew what I was capable of, but I could not give that because I was again riding on two boats at the same time. I was trying to do this as well as this, trying to balance everything without having a system in any one of them. So it was very difficult, very confusing and intimidating. At that point I felt very haphazard, like I was frustrated, like where should I go, what should I do? So that's what I thought.
So you were present in your factory, but your presence was not felt, and you somewhere the recognition was missing for you, and उसके वजह से आप 100% नहीं दे पा रहे थे. और मुझे अभी भी याद है आपके पिताजी मुझे मिले थे और उन्होंने बोला यार इसको रख ले, सुधार के मुझे वापस दे देना.
Yes.
और उस मोमेंट में एज अ सन, बिकॉज योर फादर विद हिज हार्ड वर्क उन्होंने एक फैक्ट्री सेटअप किया और यू आर द ओनली सन, एंड अपने फादर को देखते हुए कि वो आपके ऊपर गिव अप कर रहे हैं, हाउ डिड दैट मेक यू फील?
Punjabi dads, they are somewhat emotional when it comes to their sons. Actually, all of them are. इंडिया में थोड़ा सा प्रथा रहती है अपने बच्चों के ऊपर बात करने की. तो उस टाइम पे I sort of it felt very bad. मतलब it felt like it's very hard to explain this what I felt इस टाइम पे. Like as soon as you are born, you are there. The first thing that you see is your father, and the first person that you want to be like is your father. Your father is like your hero, and once you grow up, you like somewhat you want his acceptance. कि मतलब यार पापा, just be, see what I'm doing. Do you like what I'm doing? Do you see this? Like so वैसा होता है. And उस time पे my father, when he said those words, मतलब I knew that somewhere deep down he felt कि I was capable of better things, so he was finding the harshest way to say it. But still he had good intentions, so I was happy about that. But I still somehow I felt like I did not live up to what I was capable of.
Right. And when you started your coaching journey with me,
Yeah.
you were at 36 crore.
Yeah.
And for maximum business owners, 36 crore is a dream number. So can you tell me what was missing for you at that point of time in your life where you thought that I need a mentor and I need a business coach to take me to the next level?
The biggest thing that was missing for me was the clarity that I wanted to, like I knew where I have to reach. I did not have the method or the way to reach it, like a proven method. I wanted something that will stick. I wanted something that is based on my company and not just any other company that is out there. I want things to be specific based on what I want, and they should meet my values. So उस time पे when I started coaching with you, then I understood कि I have to first change my personality, the type of person that I am. I have to work on that because your team is inspired by the type of person that you are. And I wanted to inspire my team to do better. Matlab, I knew everybody had so much capabilities in my factory. Everybody was like they could do anything that they wanted to do, but they were there and they supported us. And they are the people on which the factory is built. And they should always know what they're capable of. I was not doing that. I was not letting them know कि आप कहाँ तक जा सकते हो. During COVID, we reached somewhere between 20 to 24 CR as well, while COVID was going on. So we had also dropped. It was a very steep drop. Everybody was losing hope. Everybody was like, अब आगे क्या होने वाला है? We don't know. It was uncertain. People were not getting paid in many factories. But in our factory, people were we were making ends meet somehow. And then when we went to 36 CR, we thought कि अब इससे आगे कैसे जाएं? No clue. And that's when you stepped in. And that's when I thought कि नहीं, I need a mentor, I need a coach who will guide me through it, because now things are just getting too messy. Now things are getting very unorganized. I want to know the exact picture where I want to go, and I want to know the road through which I'll reach there.
Great. And when we started, we implemented SOPs, we implemented systems, we started building teams, we gave strategies to grow the business. And you took your business from 36 crore to 51 crores.
Yes.
And like I said, it's a dream number for many business owners.
Yeah.
But to go from 36 to 51, you had to change as well. A lot of your old habits, being in comfort zone.
Yeah.
So what changes did you make in yourself to go to being the new person that can go to 51 crores?
I remember before this change happened in my life, every day, without fail, शाम को I would go sit with few people, है ना, मटर गश्ती कर रहे हैं, बैठे हुए हैं आराम से, कुछ इधर उधर, मतलब just talking about nothing, adding no value, zero value to our lives. After 6 PM, मतलब मैं फैक्ट्री से निकलता था इस वजह से कि यार अब बाहर जाऊँगा, घूमूंगा, बैठूंगा, चिल करूँगा. That was my mentality back then. But I understood that I have to remove that from my life, because the way I end my day is going to dictate the way I start my next day. And अगर मैं यहाँ पर time waste करता रहूँ, सुबह भी नहीं उठ पाऊँगा, and then the cycle continues. So that one thing that I changed in my life was the people that I hang out with. The people that I hang out with have been drastically changed after that. And I used to have at least 15 to 20 friends. I used to meet them every day. I'm not bad-mouthing anyone, but I removed everyone in my life after that. So now I have good, solid 2 friends, 3 friends whom I sit with. We talk about good things. And that environmental change is what brought me here, I think.
Great. The first thing we worked on was environment.
Yeah.
And like you mentioned, friends are part of that environment.
Yes.
There's a saying that you're the average of 5 people you hang out with. And so it must be difficult for you to change the friend circle you are in, because there is another strong saying, show me your friends and I'll tell you your future.
Yeah.
So tell me, how are your friends today as compared to what were they before?
Now I would say that I have very mature friends now. So I know that my friends know कि I am there for them, but they can't be at I can't be at their beck and call all the time. So maturity is what I was finding in my friends, and that's what I have found now. And surprisingly, these friends are highly motivated. They ask me to wake up at whatever time I want to wake up. Like I have an accountability partner, like you told me, and we wake each other up when we want to, and we have that safe space where we can talk about what we are going to do today. And all those things have actually made me a better person. I can actually wake up in the morning. I used to think that's just something that old people did. For the longest time I thought कि यार ये बुड्ढे लोग उठते हैं यार सुबह. But it's not like that. If you don't have discipline in your life, then how will your team look up to you? How will people respect you in the first place? So there's no place for that.
Right. And yes, waking up at 5 in the morning is one of the push that we give you as a community.
Yeah.
So most business owners know what they have to do, but they don't end up doing it. And what stops them from doing it is discipline.
Yeah.
So from being a stand-up comedian, definitely there's no discipline there. To being a business leader, which requires solid discipline, how important is discipline to be successful in business?
Discipline is actually what gives you freedom in the first place. Once I am up at 5, I have so much time on my hands to plan my day ahead. It is just everything just falls into place somehow. And I used to think कि मतलब इतनी जल्दी उठ के क्या करूँगा, but जब करना शुरू किया तो अपने आप चीज़ें आने लग पड़ी, है ना. फिर 5 से 6 के बीच में फिर प्लानिंग आ गई, एंड देन मतलब सेशंस आ गए, बहुत सारी चीज़ें आ गई. तो आई थिंक डिसिप्लिन जो है ना, डिसिप्लिन इज़ वेरी अंडररेटेड, एंड पीपल फील लाइक डिसिप्लिन इज़ द मोस्ट बोरिंग थिंग एवर, बट इट्स नॉट. Discipline is that's what it changed in my head.
Right. And discipline and willpower, two common words used. And discipline is an ultra-day marathon. It's a continuous process. And a marathon is a 10-meter sprint. Right? So it takes willpower to get started, but it takes discipline to be consistent. That brings me to my next question. Is there's a lot of knowledge out there. YouTube, you can check a lot of knowledge. There are a lot of online programs. But the key to being successful is implementation.
Yeah.
And so how did you overcome the challenge of implementation in this journey of business growth?
Implementation actually needs a push, as you said. I think a guide or a coach is what we need to implement. Because until that is not there, we know what to do. किताबों ने सब बता के रखा हुआ है हमको, है ना, मतलब पढ़ लो यार, समझ में आ जाएगा. But until there's someone on your back who wants what is better for you, who actually wants you to see you succeed, है ना, who wants to be that kind of power कि मतलब हाँ तू कर. मतलब अगर आप अपने मम्मी पापा को बोलोगे ना कि पापा मेरे को सुबह उठा देना या मम्मी सुबह उठा देना, तो एक बार वो तरस खा के बोल देंगे कि नहीं बेटा नहीं उठा पाएंगे तेरे को सुबह, है ना. बिकॉज दे बी लाइक तू सोता हुआ अच्छा लग रहा है तो सो जाना यार, क्या प्रॉब्लम है. एवरीबडी अराउंड मी वॉन्ट्स मी टू बी कंफर्टेबल, एवरीबडी, है ना, बिकॉज दे केयर फॉर मी, है ना. बट वी ऑलवेज नीड समवन हु केयर्स फॉर आवर फैक्ट्री, फॉर आवर प्रोफेशन, फॉर आवर प्रोफेशनल गोल्स. So that is where the coach comes in. That is where you came in for me. Because I still know I wanted to pursue my MBA. I did not do that. And because I thought that there's no use. I had already learnt everything I wanted to in an MBA. And that's why I thought कि अब MBA करके फ़ायदा क्या है? Because MBA is like, they'll teach you everything, but they won't tell you how you have to reach there. है ना, ये कर लो, ये कर लो, ये कर लो, कब? So that's where business coaching comes in. That's where you as a coach came in and you guided me through it. So that was the main thing that was required for implementation. You. Yeah.
मुझे अभी भी याद है पहले जब आपको मिला था, जीन्स और टी शर्ट आपका अटायर होता था. And today look at you suited and looking smart today. So numbers tells a story. And from 36 crore to 51 crore is a story. And you're moving towards 100 CR.
Yeah.
And so can you tell us what systems did you implement in your manufacturing unit?
Systems, we actually started with the daily meetings, the smiley meeting, the daily meeting that you say. And the first thing that I implemented was a process coordinator. and I expanded my team immediately. That's what I worked on. कि मतलब the number of people that I have, I don't care if it's थोड़ा बहुत मतलब I'll pay them. It's not a problem. है ना? If it comes out of my pocket, fine by me. But I will build my team. I will have those people around me who are actually motivated into doing, into reaching those heights with me. I want my team to go with me up until the end. And that's why I started with building my teams. I implemented daily meetings. Every day we used to sit before the production used to begin. हम लोग बैठते थे, हम लोग production discuss करते थे, and like by the end, in the 6 months that I was with you, I was actually free from productions in the first 2 hours of my day. And that was the biggest change, because once I was done with the production wala thing, I could actually think about growth. I could actually think about accounts and sales. And then I implemented a sales coordinator, and then I asked him to build a sales team for me, and then we built a sales team together. I started doing, there was no HR in my company. That's a very big thing, that private limited companies don't have an HR sometimes. And so I had to be my own HR, and I had to take interviews. I'd never taken interviews before in my life. So those things that I implemented through the course of this journey, I think they have made me what I am today, and those have only contributed to the jump in turnover that we are seeing right now.
ग्रेट. और बिल्कुल सही बोला आपने. हर मैन्युफैक्चरर अपने बिजनेस में इतना घुस जाता है कि बिजनेस ग्रोथ पीछे बैक सीट ले लेता है, एंड दे एंड अप वर्किंग इन द बिजनेस रादर देन वर्किंग ऑन द बिजनेस. सो टुडे, हाउ मच टाइम डू यू गिव योर ऑपरेशंस इन अ डे?
In a day, I'd say I give my operations 15 to 20 minutes in the beginning of my day. That's where all of my operations is sorted for me, and then it's all about sales, accounts, and team building, and then growth. All these things lead to the growth: sales, accounts, and
great. And I've worked with many family-run businesses. There's always pressure that the son is never ready to take over from the father, and this pressure mounts so much that either you fail or you end up finding something else to do. So how did you handle this pressure?
The family pressure was immense, but वही pressure से या तो आप टूट जाओगे या आप diamond बन जाओगे. It's about that. And I had a lot of pressure, but the pressure was not from my immediate family as much. Was more from my extended family. My immediate family was very supportive. Like through the beginning years of my life, वो लोग ऐसे ही थे कि मतलब तेको जो करना है कर, मतलब you will find your path, and they believed in me. So somehow, while they were believing in me, I started to believe in myself, and I think that lays the foundation for a better person. That is where the better person comes in, because most people, they can't handle that pressure. The amount of pressure that comes with an industry or with a factory is very easy to succumb to. But most people, they will not have that family backing to support them. I was pressured by society. The society was 100% against me. They wanted me to fail. They never want anything good to happen. That is there. But my family was always very supportive towards anything that I used to do. I remember my father told everyone in the factory कि आज से जो सर बोलेंगे वो होगा. He has said that to everyone, to their face. Look, there are people who've been working for the company since the past 30 years. And my father gave me that leverage. कि मतलब तू बात कर, whatever you implement is going to happen. And that's the support that I think was needed.
Great. So Divijit, your father spent maximum time in setting up this business. And because of that, he's not managed to travel a lot, enjoy his hobbies, enjoy his lifestyle. And now that you are in the business, you are helping him with the operation, you are managing the operation. And I believe your father has some land in Punjab, some agricultural land.
Yes.
And recently, he took a break, he took an off from business. He told you, handle the operations. I'm going to Punjab and enjoying the freedom, the free life and his assets. How did that make you feel as a son to seeing your father enjoy life after so much of struggle in setting up the business?
That was a constant request, not a request actually, that was a constant statement from my father कि यार पंजाब जाऊँगा यार, मतलब पंजाब घूम के आऊँगा, and he used to always say things like that. And there were a few pending tasks that he wanted to do in Punjab, and he did not find time from the factory, and he did not he did not think कि इसमें से मतलब time निकाल के जा पाऊंगा, है ना. That made him very, I could see that like he wanted to be there, you know, but he was just very frustrated by calls, by people just not giving him that time. And then one day he actually saw the way I was working and how I was disciplined and regular with my life, and how I was taking up all the responsibilities of the factory. And he, without telling me, he booked a ticket and he was like, मैं जाके आता हूँ. And बढ़िया है यार, अच्छा है. And I heard my ताया जी, my father was on the phone when he told me कि ताया जी was saying कि अब तो ये संभाल लेता है, अब तो मैं जा सकता हूँ, अब तो ये संभाल लेगा. So those words were very precious to me. Those words were like they gave me purpose. I was like, did I do that? Is it because I was this person and that's why that happened? So it gave me a lot of positive affirmations, and I was my happiest then. And I felt like I had succeeded, like as an entrepreneur, as a director, as an owner, whatever. Like as a son, I felt very fulfilled. It was the best. He went to Punjab. He met with his brothers. They're cousin brothers of him, and he met with them. He sat down with them. He was happy. And then while he was coming back, he did not ask many questions. He just came and sat back. So yeah, that was there.
So there are many family-run businesses where the sons end up blaming the father for not giving the freedom, not giving decision-making rights. And most of the years, the early years, go away in blaming.
Yeah.
But just then, when you start working on yourself, the way you've started working on yourself, suddenly everything changes.
Yeah.
Right? So how does it feel to being from blame state to taking responsibility and taking ownership and now enjoying a beautiful relationship with your father?
Yeah, every father has that. He sees himself in his son. Every father, every parent, they feel like ये मतलब मेरे जैसा है. We just don't look alike. We are like, and me and my father, we look alike a lot. Like if you saw him sitting right beside me, he was like, ये तो same ही बंदा बैठा हुआ. Like that's how similar we are. But I was somewhere feeling that I'm not doing justice to what my father has built. My father had built an empire, and from zero. He had nothing. We did not have a family business background even. Like nobody in my family before my father had ever stepped into business. And after he built it for the past 35 years, and to see his struggle firsthand, since I was in Delhi, we shifted from Delhi to Raipur for the business. And leaving the capital city to go into another state and have a life there, that's a very big decision for any family. And when that happened, I understood that the priorities of my father were set. है ना, he was like, अगर मेरे को ये business लेके जाना है ऊपर तो मेरे को लेके जाना है. There is no if and but about it. And I could not meet that. I was meeting him halfway. I did not resonate with that. And once I started being disciplined myself, once I started understanding what these things are about and what gives him the fire to reach where he wants to reach, I was like, मेरे को भी करना है. मेरे को भी उस तरफ जाना है जहाँ पर पापा मतलब he can sit and he can be like कि हाँ बेटा बता क्या हुआ फिर आज, है ना? Because that's where you want to see yourself. You want to, like, I have been blessed with the type of parents I have. I have been blessed with the kind of immediate family I have. They have always been very supportive of everything I've done, and that made me push even harder. That made me do this for them. Now I have a purpose. Now I have a goal in head. And that's what gives my life meaning. Yeah.
So there are a lot of fathers who are working hard morning to night, and whose children are either working in a good job, or maybe doing some other business.
Yeah.
And this gap that has created, what is that one message you would want to give those children to reconnect back to their parents?
I think, especially the second generational entrepreneurs that we're talking about, they lack the empathy to see what our parents have been through. Our parents have said a lot of terrible things as well to us. That has been like, we as a generation, the millennials that we say, they have been. Some of us have been beaten. Some of us have been said harsh things because that's the way they know how to parent. And sometimes those things hurt a lot. But once you start understanding the intent behind those things, I think that's where you shift. That's where you understand ki, acha, even if he's scolding me, it's coming from a place of that he wants me to have a better life. That's where it's coming from. And there's no problem in finding your calling or finding your passion. That's good. But the thing that you see has been built, that is your legacy. If you are a second generation entrepreneur and you look at that legacy, you will feel prouder than anything ever. Anything you've experienced ever in your life, this will be the thing that makes you the most proud. It will make the family proud. And then that intent is what takes you ahead. And that's what I want to tell the second generation entrepreneurs, that stop running away from it. There's no point running away from it. Why would you run away from a gold mine? Why would you run away from something that is going to make you a better person? There's no point in doing that. Embrace it and look how far you go.
Super. Because in a corporate life, it's easier to get a good paycheck.
Yeah.
And the world gives you a paycheck to run away from your dreams.
Yeah.
Okay, and you've literally given all of that up, gone back. Now you supply to Indian Railways.
Yes.
And what is that one message you want to give your father today if he's watching this episode today?
I would just say, ye lo ticket jao Punjab ghum ke aao.
Brilliant. And time freedom and financial freedom, that's why we are here. That's the journey we are on. That's the mission. So that business owners can reconnect with their family. And talking of family, you made a decision to start a family, to get married. And in a few months, you are getting married.
Yes, I am.
And in a family-run business, it's not easy to make that decision. Because you need the work security, you need the confidence to make that decision. How did you arrive at that decision that now I'm ready to get married and take responsibility of another person?
Funnily enough, Akhil, it started with waking up at 5 a.m. No matter how difficult it sounds, once I was in control of my life, once I was in control of my factory, I was in control of my day, it felt like I was ready for that next step in my life. I always wanted to, be with someone who understands me, and I was lucky enough to find someone like that. And there was no way I would have, let her go. So I was like, that surety that happened, it actually stemmed from the professional place, because family businesses, they are very close to your heart. Family businesses are not like any other business. Family business, the term family in family business, that's what we strive to, find. And that's why I got very excited when I thought ki matlab yaar, next step aane wala hai ab life ka, So that surety that came from me being a better person, being disciplined in my life. Once I started picking up my own slack, once I started being in control of everything that I have now, I am very confident and I'm very happy for what is about to come next. And now I have that time to give to my family that I could not, I couldn't even think. For the longest time I thought कि यार अगर फैक्ट्री जाऊँगा तो घर जाने का टाइम ही नहीं होगा, फैक्ट्री में रहना पड़ेगा, सुबह 7 बजे से रात के 11 बजे तक वहीं पर बैठेंगे, वहीं पे खाएंगे पिएंगे, सब ऐसा. But that time freedom that came, like I'm telling you, operations में मेरे को 15-20 मिनट लगते हैं सुबह, क्योंकि operations की checklist बनी हुई है और वो सब. तो उस वजह से अब now I'm confident कि I'll be able to give the time to my family, because as you have also taught us कि your business is a part of your life, it is not your complete life. We live and we earn money so that we can be happy with our families, and that's what I am excited to be.
Great. Yeah. And this journey towards 100 crores is beyond monetary fulfillment.
Yes.
Okay, it's about a mission.
Yeah.
It's about hard work. So why 100 crore? Okay, is it for your father? Is it for the people who work with you? Is it yourself? Or is it the society? What drives you towards taking your business towards 100 crores?
It's actually rooted. It's rooted in my family, and I have been a family man since a very long time. Since I can remember, since I had hosh, always been helpful to my sister, always been there for my father, my mother, everything. And there was this one statement that my father said. He said, "Yaar, DJ," well, he calls me DJ. He said, "Yaar, DJ, Mercedes लेनी है यार." He was just very casually sitting there. He's like, "Mercedes लेनी है." मैं कहा, "ले लो, उसमें क्या है? Mercedes तो मतलब अभी ले लेते हैं." कहते, "नहीं यार, ऐसी चाहिए जो दुखे ना." है ना, कि मतलब ऐसी चाहिए जो मतलब लेने के बाद यू डोंट फील लाइक कि अगर मैं ठोक भी दूँ ना इसको तो कुछ हो ना, कोई प्रॉब्लम ना हो. तो माय फादर हैज़ अ वेरी सिंपल रूल कि गाड़ी वो वाली खरीदो जो अगर कल को पूरी ख़त्म भी हो जाए तो आपको बुरा ना लगे. So that's where the 100 CR comes into play, because that is my father's dream. My father has always told me, जैसे मर्सिडीज वाले में बताया उन्होंने, फिर मेरे पापा ने मेरे को टर्नओवर के बारे में भी यही सेम चीज़ बोली है हर बार. 100 पहुँचेंगे यार किसी दिन, 100 जाएंगे. है ना. इट वॉज आई नेवर अंडरस्टूड कि ये कहाँ से आ रहा है ना, ये 100 क्यों, 100 में ऐसा क्या है, मतलब 150 क्यों नहीं, 200 क्यों नहीं, ऐसा मतलब आई थॉट दैट. बट देन इट वाज लाइक कि जिस दिन मैं इतनी पेटी बेच दूंगा ना उस दिन मैं रिटायर हो जाऊंगा, जिस दिन मैं ये कर लूँगा उस दिन मैं रिटायर हो जाऊंगा. बट डैड सेज दैट वेरी वेरी ऑफन, ही सेज दैट, है ना, एवरीवेयर इन एवरी सिटिंग. सो आई थिंक दैट फिगर, दैट्स व्हाट इट रिप्रेजेंट्स. द 100 CR, it represents my father's hard work, dedication, है ना, my mother's hard work and dedication. She's been through a lot of things because of the factory, you know. She had to shift her whole lifestyle from Delhi to Raipur, you know. My sister, everybody in my family is very close to the business, and this is what it represents. 100 CR, it represents freedom for us to be a happy family together, because once we reach that goal, no goal is not reachable. Every goal is possible, and once we reach that figure, that opens up all the doors, that opens up all the freedom that we have ever wanted. So it's about that. The 100 CR that we have is about freedom from everything else. Freedom to live our lives, freedom to be happy, and freedom to be with our family, and freedom to support the people that we love.
Wow, beautiful. And you say freedom and discipline leads to freedom. That's what you said. And many manufacturers have a challenge of mismanagement of funds.
Yeah.
Okay, like you said, when you want to buy a car, which you own it. Okay, not the bank owning it, or not the loans or the financiers owning it. And this challenge of mismanagement of funds also leads to discipline to manage your funds.
Yes.
And that discipline leads to freedom. And that freedom will lead you to 100 CR. So how do you see yourself disciplined now versus what you were before? And what changed within the organization where there's a disciplined culture in the organization?
Discipline actually comes with consistency. And right now in my factory, when I go inside, I see people are highly motivated. I see everyone like in many factories, I've seen this. Whenever I go there, people are in their phones doing things, you know. They're wasting time. They're going here and there. I gave them this goal that we have to reach this goal, and they all obliged. They were all happy to hear that goal, and they are all motivated now. And that came from discipline. That came because the first day I went inside there, I told them कि ये करना है. We have to get this done. And every day I went to them and I was like, कितना हुआ क्या? है ना? So those things, that is what discipline comes in. That's what discipline does to you. It makes you consistent with your efforts. And that consistency with the efforts, that's the biggest change I've seen in my factory. I used to see people, they could sometimes people would slack off, you know? But that's okay, because they're going through something. Even if they had something that is always a priority is there, but sometimes it's okay. But then people started resonating with the goal, with the 100 CR goal. And now everybody is highly motivated. Everybody sees the systems working. Everybody, I have told them what they've achieved. Last year we had our first ever annual goal setting meeting. That was for everyone, so that I could tell them what they have to do this year, what they have to do this month, what they have to do this week and what they should be doing this day. I broke it down for every one of them, and they know what they have to achieve now. And once you see the goal, reaching there is just the 50% part that's left. So that's what we are doing.
Discipline and consistency, part of personal development.
That is a part of it.
So the mistake most business owners make is they just focus on business development.
Yeah.
But before that, people development and before that, personal development is key. Because if you're not growing, there's no way your team will grow and there's no way your company will grow. If you're not fit, there's no way your company can be fit. So how important is personal development for you, and what have you done in your journey of personal development? Because as you know, in our sessions, first comes personal development.
Yes.
Then we discuss about business. And what changes have you made in your personal life which has led you towards business growth?
The changes that I have made, the first change I have told you, I made about my environment.
Yes,
I changed
yes,
my environment
yes.
completely. That was there. And then I started with the Monday accountability that we have. I have a weekly calendar that I fill. I fill that calendar. I look at that calendar. I become that. I know what I have to do. I plan my week ahead. I plan my month ahead. I have been planning my quarters ahead now. So that's the biggest thing that I think I've seen, is that now I have planned everything. The development is that I wake up early. Sometimes I'm not able to wake up at 5, I'll be honest. But I still wake up at 6 and 7. I don't blame myself for not waking up. I'm like, theek hai, koi baat nahi. Let's see what I have to do today. Discipline, that's what discipline is about. It's about consistency even if you fail. Like failure is once, twice, 3 days maximum. After that, you'll still go back to that routine if you have that routine set. And that personal development for me, I think that time management, it makes me very happy, because at the end of the day, once I come back from the factory, I'm not exhausted like I used to be before. Like I used to be mentally exhausted. You know, I used to handle so many things. Ekdam se, I did not know where to go from here. But then, now that I reach back, I know my factory is in place. I know systems are working for me. I know people are happy. And I can sit around and relax at my home at the end of the day. So that freedom that came from discipline. And that's what I love.
Great. So every business owner has a potential which they don't know about themselves.
Yeah.
And they need that external push, that external guide to take them towards their true potential. And that's the journey you've been as well.
Yes.
So how important is it for every business owner to have that guide or to have that mentor to literally push them out of comfort zone towards true potential where they can get outstanding results in their lives?
That is, I think, a business owner's most powerful weapon against everything is a coach. I think every coach, every guide that is there, like once you tell them, you know, what you have to do, they give you that push. And you know what you have to do. As a business owner, everybody knows what they have to do. Nobody does it. Nobody is even interested in doing it, well, because they forget. We forget in like 1 or 2 minutes, we forget anything. That's the power of our brain. We can forget and go on to the next thing. But what a coach does, what you did for me, was give me that push to push my boundaries and be the person that I want to be. And that is what I'm very grateful for. I would not have done anything, Hannah, if it weren't for you. I think I would still be very confused because I was overwhelmed. I did not know where to start, what to do. So that's where I think a coach steps in, and it was a ray of sunshine like when you came, and I was very overwhelmed at that point, है ना. और मैं सोच रहा था कि यार अब नहीं निकल पाऊंगा इससे, अब पूरा ज़िंदगी बस यही होने वाला है, फ़ोन आने वाले हैं, मैं बात करूंगा, बस यही काम चलता रहेगा ऐसे ही, और मैं पूरी ज़िंदगी ऐसे ही बस बैठे हुआ रहूँगा. I did not know that I could manage to that level.
Yes.
है ना. And as my vessel expanded, now I know I can put more things inside and I can fit a lot of things in my one day. पहले तो लगता था कि 24 घंटे भी कम है यार, 24 घंटे क्यों है एक दिन में, कम से कम 48 होने चाहिए थे. But नाउ आई एम लाइक नहीं ठीक है 24 ठीक है, बल्कि आप 8 निकाल भी लो, उसमें सोने वाली कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. तो नाउ आई एम हैप्पी, and that content and that fire, that motivation, that all came because I had a coach, because I had you, and that is what I'm very grateful for.
So एक मैन्युफैक्चरर के कई चैलेंजेस हैं दिव्यजीत, क्योंकि वो इतना बिजनेस में घुस जाते हैं, वो मार्केटिंग में फोकस नहीं कर पाते और मार्केटिंग में कंसिस्टेंट नहीं हो पाते, और वर्ड ऑफ माउथ और रेफरेंस से ही काम चल रहा रहता है. और आपका भी हाल ऐसे ही था. सो क्या आपने किया मार्केटिंग डिपार्टमेंट को लेके जिससे अब इंक्वायरीज कंटिन्यूसली और ऑटोमेटिकली आ रहे हैं?
मार्केटिंग में सबसे पहले तो हमको अपना ढूंढना पड़ा कि हम लोग व्हाट वी रिप्रेजेंट, है ना. हमको हमारा जो कस्टमर्स थे समझने पड़े कि कस्टमर किस टाइप के कस्टमर्स हैं हमारे. हमने उन कस्टमर्स को कैटेगराइज किया और हमने स्पेसिफिकली उन्हीं कस्टमर्स के लिए वो प्रोडक्ट्स रखे हैं. तो हमने अपना कैंपेन भी चलाया है, एड कैंपेन भी चलाया मार्केटिंग का, उससे भी काफ़ी सारी लीड्स आई हैं. और लीड्स को मैनेज करने के लिए जो एक लीड मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम लगता है वो हमने इम्प्लीमेंट किया है. तो लीड मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम से क्या होता है, जो लीड लीकेज है वो रुक गई है पूरी तरीके से. अब लीड जैसी अंदर आती है ना, मेरे सेल्स कोऑर्डिनेटर को पता है कि उसको वो लीड अपने टीम को किसी ना किसी को तो देनी है. वो डिपेंडिंग ऑन किसका क्या एरिया है, वो उस एरिया में उस बंदे को वो लीड दे देता है. और क्योंकि वो लीड एक सिस्टम में डली हुई है तो वो लीड कभी बाहर नहीं जाएगी. मुझे पूरा टाइम दिखता रहेगा कि उस लीड पे अभी तक काम नहीं हुआ है, अगर काम नहीं हुआ है तो क्यों नहीं हुआ है. तो मार्केटिंग इज़ ऑल अबाउट गेटिंग पीपल टू नो व्हाट यू डू, है ना, हु यू आर. और अभी हमने अपने जो मार्केटिंग के अंडर ही हमने बहुत सारे लोगों को गिफ्ट्स निकाले हैं. एक हमने रेफरल सिस्टम भी चालू किया है, एक जिसमें हमने QR कोड हर पेटी के अंदर डाला हुआ है. वो QR कोड हमारे बिल्डर स्कैन करते हैं और उनको मतलब गिफ्ट्स मिलते हैं, इनाम मिलते हैं, है ना, आने वाले टाइम के लिए. तो उससे वो हमको भी मतलब फ़ोन करके अपनी कुछ अगर दिक्कतें होती तो बता सकते हैं. तो एक हमने बंदा अपॉइंट किया है जो सिर्फ कॉलिंग्स के लिए है. सो उनका काम बस ये है कि वो कॉल उठाएंगे, वो पूछेंगे हाँ सब ठीक है, हाँ सब ठीक है, चलो ठीक है. सो मतलब अब जैसा कि आपने बताया था, मार्केटिंग जो है वो मैग्नेटिक होनी चाहिए. वो कभी भी एकदम से इम्पल्सिव मार्केटिंग विल नेवर वर्क. तो एक जो सिस्टम है जो 100% चलता रहेगा पूरा टाइम इज़ दैट हमारा मार्केटिंग लीड ट्रैकर जो है वो पूरा टाइम एक्टिवेट रहेगा और हमारी ये कूपन्स वाले जो चलते हैं.
ग्रेट. एंड एक और चैलेंज ये रहता है कि एक बिजनेस ओनर ही अपना सेल्स टीम वही है, ही इज द बेस्ट इन सेल्स इन हिज बिजनेस, एंड बिल्डिंग अ सेल्स टीम इज द बिगेस्ट चैलेंज फॉर अ बिजनेस ओनर. आई एम श्योर आपके पास भी वो चैलेंज आया होगा. हाउ डिड यू ओवरकम इट, बिकॉज आई नो यू हैव अ सेल्स टीम नाउ जिसके लिए हमने ट्रेनिंग प्लान्स बनाए हैं, सेल्स प्रोसेसेस डिफाइन किए हैं. सो कैसे रहा आपके लिए वो जर्नी जहाँ सेल्स टीम नहीं था और अब एक प्रॉपर सेल्स टीम है जो सेल्स प्रोसेसेस डिफाइंड है, ट्रेन्ड सेल्स टीम है, और ऑटोमेटिकली अब सेल्स ग्रो हो रहा है आपके बिना?
सेल्स टीम पहले हम तो डर के हमारे लोगों को रखते नहीं थे कि हमको डर लगता था कि यार ये तो समझेगा ही नहीं हमारी बातों को, ये बेचेगा क्यों हमारी तरफ से जाके, इसको बेचना नहीं आता, या जो भी मतलब चीज़ें. तो वो एक माइंडसेट हमारा शिफ्ट हुआ है कि किसी भी बंदे को अगर आपको अपनी कंपनी से रेजोनेट करवाना है तो सबसे पहले तो एक ट्रेनिंग प्लान होना बहुत ज़रूरी है आपकी सेल्स टीम के लिए. उसकी स्क्रीनिंग प्रोसेस होना ज़रूरी है कि जो बंदा आपसे आपकी कंपनी के साथ आ रहा है क्या वो आपके वैल्यूज़ के साथ मैच करता है कि नहीं करता है. तो हमने बहुत सारे बंदे ऐसे इंटरव्यू किए थे, मतलब आई वुड से कि अगर मैंने 5 इंटरव्यू किए हैं तो उसमें से सिर्फ एक ही बंदे को सिलेक्ट कर पाया हूँ, क्योंकि बाकी 4 लोग हमारे वैल्यूज़ के साथ अलाइन नहीं होते हैं. एंड इट डज़ नॉट मैटर कि आप उससे पहले किस कंपनी में काम करके आए हो या फिर आपने क्या किया है. इट्स मोर अबाउट द फैक्ट कि हमारी कंपनी क्या रिप्रेजेंट करती है और आप उसको ठीक से आगे चल के बता पाओगे कि नहीं पाओगे. सो इसलिए हमने जब अपनी सेल्स टीम बनाई है तो हमने उन लोगों को पहले तो ट्रेनिंग प्लान दिया है कि आप पहले बाहर मत जाओ, आप पहले 2-3 हफ्ता कंपनी में ही रुक के कंपनी के बारे में समझो, तभी तो आप सामने जाके बंदे को बता पाओगे कि आप क्या जानते हो कंपनी के बारे में और आपकी कंपनी क्या वैल्यू सिस्टम क्या है हमारा. नहीं तो फिर वरना वो लोग प्राइस पे लड़ते रहते हैं, नहीं तो वही कि सर इससे सस्ता दे दो, उससे सस्ता दे दो, ऐसा कर दो, वैसा कर दो. तो मैंने उनको समझाया कि सस्ते वाली बात नहीं है, हम लोग वी टेक प्राइड इन आवर क्वालिटी. और मैं उनको यही बोलता हूँ कि आप क्वालिटी और सर्विस जो है वो बताओ उनको, बाकी चीज़ें बताने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. और जो आपने मेरे को सेल्स ट्रेनिंग दी है ना, वो भी बहुत बेनिफिशियल रही है मेरे लिए. और जितने भी सेल्स के जो हमारे वो होते थे क्वेश्चंस होते थे सामने से, तो वो सारे क्वेश्चंस अब टैकल करने का तरीका वो भी अब हमको आ गया है. तो वो मैं पास ऑन अपनी सेल्स टीम को करता रहता हूँ. तो हम जब पहले जो हम क्या करते थे, हम लोग सोचते ही नहीं थे सेल्स के बारे में. हमको लगता था कि कोई बंदा अगर हमारा प्रोडक्ट यूज़ करेगा उसको पसंद तो आना ही है क्योंकि क्वालिटी अच्छी है, तो वो खुद ब खुद आगे बता देगा. लेकिन वो ऐसे बताते नहीं है सब लोग, आपको उनसे पूछना पड़ता है कि कैसा है, सब बढ़िया है, और आपको अपनी सेल्स टीम को एक्टिवेट करना पड़ता है। तो वो हमने किया।
ऑपरेशंस में कई चैलेंजेस हैं मैन्युफैक्चर के लिए, क्वालिटी इश्यूज हैं, ब्रेकडाउन इश्यूज हैं, कंप्लेंट्स आ रहे हैं, रिजेक्शंस बढ़ रहे हैं, इन्वेंट्री एक बहुत बड़ा चैलेंज रहता है ऑपरेशन में, लोग बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट रहते हैं और वहाँ से भी चैलेंजेस निकल के आते हैं। तो आपने पहले कहाँ से शुरुआत किया ऑपरेशन से, क्या चीज़ें फिक्स की? आई नो इन्वेंट्री एक साथ मिलके हमने फिक्स किया था, कैसे रहा आपका जर्नी ऑपरेशंस में, और कैसे आपने एक एक चीज़ फिक्स किया अपने ऑपरेशन में?
ऑपरेशंस में पहले तो हमने डेली मीटिंग करनी चालू कर दी थी, है ना। तो डेली मीटिंग के अंदर हमारा क्वालिटी ठीक हो गया था, है ना। उसके मतलब क्वालिटी मतलब हम लोग को पर्सनली खुद ज़्यादा के चेक नहीं करना पड़ता था, है ना। क्वालिटी रिपोर्ट्स बननी शुरू हुई, सारी चीज़ें ऑन पेपर आई, और उसके बाद फिर हमने देखा कि हमारी इन्वेंट्री में बहुत ज़्यादा स्टॉक पड़ा हुआ है ना। मतलब दिखने में कुछ लग रहा है, पेपर पे कुछ और है, और मतलब मैं खुद जाके जब काउंट कर रहा हूँ, रैंडम काउंटिंग कर रहा हूँ मैं, तो थोड़ा बहुत मेरे को ऊपर नीचे दिख रहा है कि 10 ऊपर नीचे 10 पेटी ऐसा हो गया, ऐसा हो गया। मैं कहा ये तो बिल्कुल नहीं चलेगा यार, ये तो, बिकॉज यही चीज़ें हैं जो ब्लीड करती हैं कंपनी को। तो हमने फिर जैसा कि हमने किया, तो इन्वेंट्री मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम पे काम किया था हमने। और इन्वेंट्री, अब जैसी कोई इन्वेंट्री किसी को कुछ दिया जाता है, कोई इंडेंट बना के लाता है, तो अगर उसको कोई चीज़ मिलती है तो वो अपने आप इन्वेंट्री से माइनस होकर दिख जाता है ना। कोई चीज़ अगर लो स्टॉक हो गई है तो उसका मेल आ जाता है। अगर कोई चीज़ ऐसी है जो ओवर जा रही है तो उस पर हम लोग कंट्रोल करते हैं कि अगली बार परचेज़ नहीं करेंगे। तो वो अब इन्वेंट्री मैनेजमेंट की वजह से आई थिंक काफ़ी सारा स्टॉक अब क्लैरिटी में आ गया है कि हाँ, यहाँ पर ये चीज़ पड़ी है, वहाँ पर वो चीज़ पड़ी है। अब हमको ढूंढना नहीं पड़ता कि कौन सी चीज़ मिसिंग है, कौन सी चीज़ कम है। तो वो लास्ट मोमेंट जो फायर फाइटिंग होती है ना, कि अरे यार ये ख़त्म हो गया, लेके आओ, ये ख़त्म हो गया, लेके, अब वो नहीं करना पड़ता। अब हमको पता है कब कौन सी चीज़ ख़त्म होगी, तो तब हम पहले से ही प्रिपेयर रहते हैं उस चीज़ के लिए।
एक एरिया है जिसमें बिजनेस ओनर्स पूरा ध्यान देते नहीं है, वो है रिसर्च एंड डेवलपमेंट। और बिजनेस ओनर्स को ये लगता है कि जब कंपनी बड़ी हो जाएगी तब रिसर्च एंड डेवलपमेंट करेंगे, पर असली सच ये है कि जब आप रिसर्च एंड डेवलपमेंट करोगे तभी जाके एक लार्ज स्केल कंपनी बना सकते हो। सो आपके पास R&D डिपार्टमेंट अब है, और आप समझा सकते हो कि आपने अब क्या क्या इम्प्लीमेंट किया R&D डिपार्टमेंट?
R&D डिपार्टमेंट में हमने फ़िलहाल तो हमारी R&D क्या होती है ना, R&D एक बहुत होलिस्टिक टर्म है, तो वो पूरी फैक्ट्री में अप्लाई होता है। तो हमने अपने फैक्ट्री के हर एरिया में R&D चालू की है। तो हमने पहले हम सिर्फ इलेक्ट्रोड्स की R&D करते थे, कि हम लोग जो नए टाइप के फ्लक्स बनाते थे उल्टे, है ना, इस तरफ के या उस तरफ के, और फिर हम उसके जो केमिकल कॉम्पोजिशंस थे उससे खेला करते थे। तो हमने अभी एक स्पेक्ट्रोमीटर डाला है अपने केमिस्ट्री लैब में, तो वो हमको टेस्ट करके बता देता है कि किस में कितना परसेंटेज है। तो हमारी R&D फास्ट हो गई है। अब हम एवरीडे हम लोग एक नए टाइप का इलेक्ट्रोड बना रहे हैं और उसको टेस्ट कर रहे हैं कि क्या वो पिछले वाले इलेक्ट्रोड से बेटर है। तो वो एक R&D हुई। फिर हमने जो पैकेजिंग है, हमारी जो पैकेजिंग जहाँ से होके आ रही है, उस पैकेजिंग पे उन लोगों को बहुत सारे चेंजेस करने बोला है। तो वो वहाँ से वो R&D चल रही है कि इस पर बेटर पैकेजिंग कैसे की जा सकती है। तो एवरीडे हम, आई थिंक हम लोग एक बेटर कंपनी बनते जा रहे हैं पिछले दिन से, क्योंकि वो R&D चलती जा रही है पूरा टाइम। कंपनी की ऑडिटिंग भी करनी है, वो भी चलती है, और मतलब ऑल इन ऑल हम लोग ग्रो कर रहे हैं। ऐसा नहीं कि हम लोग को सिर्फ ये एक चीज़ ठीक करनी है और ये हो जाएगा, बस एक R&D करेंगे, क्योंकि R&D हमने 35 साल से की हुई है ना। हम लोग जब शुरू कर रहे थे तब से लेके अब तक रोज़ इलेक्ट्रोड टेस्ट हो रहे हैं। लेकिन बाकी सारी चीज़ों का क्या, आपकी मार्केटिंग का रिसर्च का क्या, आपके पैकेजिंग के रिसर्च का क्या, बहुत सारी चीज़ें हैं जहाँ पर हम लोग पहले R&D नहीं करते थे। तो अब हमारे जो R&D सर्टिफाइड है, अभी हमारा जो लैब है वो भी NABL एक्रेडिटेड लैब होने वाला है बहुत जल्द। तो वो भी हमारा एक प्लस पॉइंट चल रहा है, R&D में सेटअप करने के बाद ही हुआ है वो भी। तो ये सब चीज़ें जो है वो आने वाले फ्यूचर में हेल्प करेंगी हमको काफ़ी।
ग्रेट। अब आपके लिए नेक्स्ट लेवल क्या है दिव्यजीत? बिकॉज नाउ 100 करोड़ भी आप अचीव कर ही लोगे जिस हिसाब से आप जा रहे हो। अब मार्केट एक्सपेंशन है, प्रोडक्ट एक्सपेंशन है, जैसे आपने बोला खुद का एक्सपेंशन है, ऑब्वियसली फैमिली, यू आर गेटिंग मैरिड एज वेल। सो व्हाट इज नेक्स्ट फॉर यू इन द नेक्स्ट 2 to 3 years?
इन द नेक्स्ट 2 to 3 years पहले तो मैं अपनी एक्यूरेट फैमिली को बढ़ाऊंगा, है ना। मेरे को बहुत मैं चाहता हूँ कि ऐसे वैल्यू सिस्टम के साथ बहुत सारे लोग जुड़ें जहाँ पर एवरीबडी हैज़ दैट ग्रोथ माइंडसेट, है ना, जहाँ उनके सबका मन करता है काम करने का, क्योंकि वो चाहते हैं कि उनकी कंपनी को अपना मान रहे हैं, कि उनकी कंपनी है। और आने वाले 2-3 साल में हम लोग टर्नओवर तो ऑफ कोर्स हम लोग रखेंगे। हम लोग अपनी एप्स लॉन्च करेंगे, है ना, जिस ऐप में हम अपने डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर्स और डीलर्स को एक्सक्लूसिव रखेंगे ताकि वो उससे ऑर्डर अपने प्लेस कर सकें, उनका मतलब हैप्पीजार्ड। मैं चाहता हूँ अगर मेरी ज़िंदगी आसान होती जा रही है ना, तो मेरे साथ साथ सबकी ज़िंदगी आसान हो, मैं सिर्फ मेरी आसान नहीं होनी चाहिए, है ना। तो मैं जैसे जैसे आगे बढ़ रहा हूँ, हर स्टेप में एक सिस्टम इम्प्लीमेंट होगा, हर चीज़ जो है सब ट्रांसपेरेंट रहेगी, और किसी भी चीज़ में कुछ वो नहीं रहेगा कि मेरे को पता नहीं कि क्या होने वाला है। अनसर्टनिटी जो है वो ख़त्म करने की तरफ हम लोग जा रहे हैं, और जैसे जैसे टर्नओवर इंक्रीज़ होगा वैसे वैसे स्टेक्स भी हाई होंगे। हम लोग एक्सपोर्ट भी हमने करना शुरू किया हुआ है, और मतलब आने वाले टाइम में मेरे को सिर्फ ग्रोथ ही दिखता है। मैं जितनी बार सोचता हूँ कि आगे क्या होने वाला है, मेरे को सिर्फ एक स्माइल आती है चेहरे पे, और मज़ा आएगा।
Great. Thank you, Devajit. And I am proud of the fact that the way you are shaping yourself, the way you are shaping your family, the way you are shaping your company and taking it to newer heights. Wishing you all the best and thank you for your time today.
Thank you so much, Akhil.
What you heard today is a story of a businessman who could have run away from his business but chose to be and support his father and be a true business leader for his organization. Thank you for being a part of the 0 to 100 crore podcast series. My name is Akhill M. I'm on a mission to help business owners implement systems, put their business on autopilot mode, and achieve true financial and time freedom. Thank you for watching.